Okay, folks, Fred Bernardo, the smoking guitar player from Tasty Licks Barbecue Supply. I got all this stuff together today because we're going to do some cooking. And maybe you can guess what we're going to make. I got some mozzarella cheese. I got a hunk of garlic. I got some ricotta cheese. I got olive oil. I got some parmigiano or parmesan, as they say in the USA. And I got some of these things. You know what they are? Melanzana. That's right. Today we're going to make eggplant rolatini, but it's going to be grilled eggplant rolatini. Here we go. Okay, folks, so welcome back to another episode of the Smoking Guitar Players Cooking Series. We also used to call it picking and grilling. That's right, because I used to pick and then I'd grill. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to our meal today. Now today, we're gonna make something that's good for you. That's right, because I don't know if you noticed this or not, but you know the Smoking Guitar Player's been putting on a couple pounds lately. So I've been putting on a couple pounds. I thought maybe I should eat something that maybe doesn't have any meat in it for a change. So I got myself some of these. You know what that's called? Melanzana in Italiano. That's right. My mom used to call it the mouignon. So if you're watching The Sopranos and you hear them saying they're going to do something with a mouignon, they're talking about these. Melanzana. That's right. So I got a couple different kind here for you. I got your American ones. And I got your Italian ones. And what we're going to do is we're going to make eggplant rolatini. Now, I got all the stuff I'm going to need here. It magically appeared. I'm going to go through it with you. I got the eggplants. I got the ricotta cheese. Ricotta or ricotta cheese. I got two different kinds. I also got some parmigiano. Parmesan to you American folks. I got some mozzarella right here. A ball of fresh mozzarella. Parsley. One of them things of garlic, a clove of garlic. I got some roasted red peppers if I want to jazz up my filling a little bit. I got the tree hugger veggie blend. That's what we're going to put on our eggplant. I'll show you in a minute. And I got some garlic spread, the Baccio garlic spread. This stuff is amazing. And some olive oil. Now, over here I got kosher salt, and I'll show you what I got that for. I took that and some of this, the tree hugger veggie rub, and I sliced my large eggplant this way in 1/4 inch thick slices. And I put them in a colander, and I sprinkled kosher salt on both sides. I just did it a minute or two ago. Then what I'm gonna do, then I put some tree hugger veggie rub on there, give it a little flavor, and it's a little more salt. And I'm gonna let this sit, and some water's gonna leach out of it, and it takes away some of the bitterness. Now, do you have to do this? No. Do I do it every time? Well, no, because I'm usually kind of lazy and I just want to eat. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna leave it sit there, I'm gonna cut a couple more of them, and we're gonna start making the dish. Okay, folks, so we're gonna grill our eggplant and make rolatini. While I'm getting the grill hot, we're gonna use a Mac pellet grill today to grill our rolatini and then to bake it. Okay, so we're grilling our eggplant. While we're getting that hot, I'm gonna make the stuffing, okay? And it's stuffing, it's the same kind of stuffing like you use maybe in like in ravioli or something. And here we got some whole milk ricotta cheese. Ricotta. Okay, we're gonna put that in there. Now, you know, because I think more is better, too much is just right, I'm going to use 2 of them. It's going to be a lot of filling, but, you know, I can always make myself some ravioli or some lasagna, whatever that's called. Okay, so I got that in there. Now I got some Italian flat leaf parsley I put in here, like that. Okay, mix that up a little bit. Then we're going to add, we don't need too much in here. Now we can add some eggs if we want. I don't think I'm gonna. Most of the time you don't use eggs in this recipe. But I got diced up little roasted red peppers, and that's just to give it a little more kick. Like up a notch. We're gonna kick it up a notch like what's-his-face says on TV. Okay? So that's gonna be our stuffing. Now here we got the Tasty Licks Tree Hugger Veggie Rub. We're going to put that in. That's like really serious garlic salt. Put a little of that in, and we're going to put a little ground black pepper in there, and we'll be in good shape. We're going to mix this up, we're going to put it aside, leave it at room temperature. Now by the way, when the parsley and the pepper, you say, well, how do you know how much to put in there? And I'm using the quanto basta method. That means give it as much as it wants, or enough in Italian. And that's what we're going to do. We're mixing it up. It looks like it's got about enough parsley in there. It looks pretty darn good to me. Okay? Now, for sauce, we're going to use our pizza sauce that I make in our pizza classes, which is a fresh sauce, and it's going to cook when it's in there with the rollatini. So we don't even have to make our sauce, but you can use anything out of the bottle if you want, or you can get some crushed tomatoes and you can make some tomato sauce. You can look at the recipe on the website. But let's put this aside and let's get to grilling. Okay, folks, we're going to get our eggplant ready for grilling, and as you can see, there's brown, nasty water underneath there that came out of that eggplant. Some of it I threw up in the air a minute ago, but anyway, I'm getting my eggplant ready to go grill it. What we're going to do is we put it in another pan, leave the salt on it, not too much is on, a lot of it melted, and we give it some extra virgin olive oil on both sides. That's mostly so it doesn't stick to the grill, but it adds a little flavor too. I put them in here. They're kind of like, they look like the sole of a shoe, you know? We get them all oiled up. We're going to oil our grates when we get out there. We've got our grill at 450. I just set it up on my remote control for the Mac grill. We're going to put a little bit of veggie rub on here, which really gives it a good garlicky flavor. We're going to make sure we get them all down here, all 3 layers. Just a little bit. Okay, now, I forgot to tell you, we got these little melons on in here, these little eggplants, the Italian ones, and we got the big ones. And I use the big ones because I'm going to want to roll these and roll the stuff up in there. And those little ones, I don't know. I'll tell you, most of the reason I use the big ones is because, years ago my girlfriend told me bigger is better and too big is just right. So I figured that's what I should do. So I got these all oiled up and ready to go. We're going to oil our grates, we're going to grill them till they're nice and tender. Then we're going to make our rollatinis. Let's get out there to the grill and do it. Okay, folks, we're out on our terrace in front of our store. And here's our Mac 2-star General, and here's my eggplant. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to lay my eggplant down right there. I'm going to take my tongs, and I'm going to oil the grates, Mr. Cameraman. Now this is getting good and hot. I'm going to oil these grates up good, just like that there, so that my eggplant doesn't stick. You should do this every time you're cooking on something like this. Get them good and oiled. Like that guy on TV says, hot and oily or something. I forget what he used to say. It was kind of suggestive. I wish I remembered. Okay, so that's ready. And now we're going to put our eggplant on there now. And we're cooking indirect, but you can grill this hot and fast direct. We're going to cook it hot and fast indirect today. We don't care that much about the grill marks and things. So we're going to get these started. We're going to cook them till they're nice and tender. You hear that sizzling going on there? You better believe it. There you go. Got a lot of these. We're going to cook all these ahead of time and then let them come down to room temperature. Is that 2? Oh, I got a little one. Okay, so there you go. That's about what we get on here. Now, we can put our second level in here, but we're not going to bother. We got plenty of time. So we're going to let those go. Close the lid. 450. Check them every couple minutes. 7-8 minutes, they'll be done. We'll see you then. Okay, it's time to check on our grilled eggplant. Now we got this thing 450 degrees. Yep, getting pretty good. This one here's a little overdone. That's about right. Put a little oil in there, soften it up. This is just what you want. You want to be able to roll these up to make a rollatini. That one there wasn't on as long. Got some nice grill marks on there. Perfect. That needs another minute or 2. This one hasn't been on very long. Oh, perfect. Yeah, try not to commit suicide. Now, every now and then, I brush on to this. This is like sponge, this eggplant. It just sucks this stuff up, so I don't put too much on. Remember, I'm trying to stay a little healthy. I'll put a little more of that on. And now while I'm here, I'm going to oil some more. We're going to keep putting it on until all our eggplant is cooked. We're going to let it get to room temperature. Got a lot more inside I got to put on. And then we're going to build our rollatini, okay? So we'll show you how we're going to build them and how they're going to get made. Folks, it's time to do the actual construction. The actual construction of our eggplant rollatini. So I got all my stuff here. Over here I got my eggplant. See it right here? I'm going to lay one of them here. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little scoopy thing here and I'm going to put some sauce, a layer of sauce on the bottom of the pan. I got a non-stick pan here. Sometimes I just use those aluminum pans that you see there, but I'm going to use this because I think I'm going to make a lot of it. Sure. First I put a layer of sauce, just like that. Okay? There you go. Oh, beautiful. Then we take our eggplant rollatini. We got our eggplant right here. I hope you can see that. And we're going to take some of our filling right here and put a plop of it right on there. Then, right here, we've got our fresh mozzarella cheese. I'm going to tear off a little piece just like I do when I'm making pizza. And I roll it like this here, a big end and then a little end, and do is you put them down here like this here. Now, could you see that, cameraman? You sure you got that? You sure you got that good? You see how that's there? Now we're gonna do another one. Right there we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a plop of the cheese on there. Oh yeah. And then I got some mozzarella hunks over here. We'll put a hunk of mozzarella in there, like that there, a little bit of leftovers. Okay. Now we could put a basil leaf in there. Well, we're not gonna today. We're just gonna do it like this. And you put the seam side down and you put it right in there, just like that. And we're gonna do a whole bunch of these. We're gonna fill up this pan, and then we'll let you see what it looks like. And folks, this is what it looks like. They're all built and all ready, all my rollatini. And now we gotta bring it up a notch, like that dude on television. A mural, like him. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little Parmigiano on there. Look at that. And then my wonderful sauce using my Stanislaus tomatoes. I'll put this on here. We're gonna put this on at 350 and bake it up good. Oh, look at that. Oh, are you kidding? Look at that. And then, you don't think we're done there, or do you? You don't think we're done there, do you, DJ?
I do not.
No, you knew I wasn't done yet. Boy, does that smell good. What we do is, we got a little bit of shredded cheese. We'll put that on there. Then we got the rest of our mozzarella, and we're gonna put some plops on here. Look at this. Plops of mozzarella. There, hang on. And then our filling. We put some plops of that on here, look. Plop. Those are officially called plops when you go to culinary school. Pretty sure that's what they call them, plops. Look at that. And I tell you, I used almost all this filling up. 2 cups, 2 of those things of ricotta. I went through quite a bit of stuff. Now, does that look like enough stuff on there yet, DJ?
No, it's not.
No, it isn't. That's right, because I think I'm gonna put a little more of this. And I got some sauce left. I don't want that to happen. So we'll use that too. Put a little more sauce on there. Now, you don't want to go too crazy here. This thing will never cook. Now, I also took this sauce and strained it a little, but I can still see some water down here. I strained that sauce out pretty good. Hopefully that water will cook off. We're gonna put it in at 350 in our grill, in our Mac pellet grill, and we'll show you how we're gonna do that in a couple of seconds. Folks, here it is, ready to go. We got our Mac pellet grill here at 350, set up indirect. We're gonna put it right on there like that. That's gonna take at least a half an hour, and we're gonna come out and check it once in a while. We'll show you what it's like when it's done, when the boys are eating it. Okay, folks, so here we are. Here's our eggplant rolatini. Now, you might notice a couple of things. First off, I'm no longer in my store. That's because we took the eggplant out of our pellet smoker, and it was so hot and so gushy it wasn't ready to be eaten. So I had to take it home. And you can see the steam is still coming off it. I just took the foil off. Now, you also might notice there's a little bit missing up here in this corner over here, and that's because I couldn't stand it and I had to taste some even though it was gushy. But let me tell you, you want this thing to sit for probably half an hour for all the cheese in there and things to set up. And then you're gonna scoop it out and you're gonna serve your eggplant rolatini. So we're gonna scoop them out now. Let's see what they look like. Look at those beautiful things, and good for you too. Let's do it like this. There's one. You can do individual ones, or you can just cut it up like, oh, look at that cheese. And I gotta tell you, the house here smells like an Italian pizza parlor. So there you go. That's what we're gonna have. Now look, you can even scoop some of this goo on top of it there. Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna let these sit for a couple minutes and then we'll give them a taste. And here it is, my dish of steaming eggplant rolatini. Now I let it cool off a little bit and I'm gonna give it a taste. I want some of the sauce, and some of the cheese goo, and some of the other cheese. So let's get a nice forkful here. Cameraman, make sure you catch the action now because this happens fast. That is really, really quite good. Really tangy sauce we had there. That is really quite good. Okay, I forgot, we got one final test we gotta do. Lily, do you like it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's the seal of approval, Lily likes it. Okay, so, in closing, let me just say, if you want to make a really nice thing on your grill that you can prepare ahead of time and feed a whole bunch of people, and it's even sort of good for you, especially if you keep the fats low and the cheeses and things, Eggplant Rolatini. You saw the Smoking Guitar Player make it on a Mac pellet grill. Okay, we'll see you next time.